Hey, good morning, and welcome to the Daily Deer, a daily episodic designed to keep your mind in the deer woods 365 days a year. Let's go ahead and get into the deer woods. Today's quote: all good things are wild and free. And that was by Henry David Thoreau. Hunting keeps us connected to something primal. It reminds us that we are part of a natural order. Man, I often struggle to answer the question to anybody that isn't a hunter as to why we hunt. And it's a feeling that's nearly impossible to fully articulate. And we've talked about this on the OKS Hunter podcast from time to time with various guests and so forth. But hunting obviously is not just about filling the freezer. It is a deep connection to the natural world and our place within it. Long before grocery stores and supermarkets, we relied on the land for survival, honing skills passed down from generations. And that instinct still lingers in us today. Whether we realize it or not, it's definitely there. As we step into the woods or the deer woods with a bow or a rifle in hand, we tap into something ancient. It's primal. It's this understanding of life, death, and our role in the ecosystem. And I don't know how else, again, to fully explain what that does for our soul. It's and how we appreciate the food that we intake. We're having venison stroganoff tonight for dinner, and like the fact that I went out and got that animal on public land and canoed it back home, and it's is it going to taste better? Yeah, probably. Like there's really something to that part of it. It isn't just about taking a life as hunters. We all know that, but there's some that don't realize that. They think we're like murderers or something. That's not the case. And in fact, arguably, we care more about deer than anybody who doesn't hunt them because we're obsessed with them. We have a deep, deep respect for these animals that we hunt. It's very complicated and complex. It's not that black and white. It's about the responsibility that comes with it, the respect for the hunt, and the knowledge that we are participants in the cycle far older than civilization itself. It's quite incredible, actually. Um, Trying to pull some facts here and some interesting, thoughts or perspectives. Scientists believe the human brain evolved significantly due to hunting, as tracking and strategizing required advanced problem solving and communication skills. Go figure. Hunting makes you smarter. How about that? Interesting perspective is that many indigenous cultures view hunting as a sacred act, a way to honor the animal and maintain balance within nature. This is something that you've seen documented. You ever watched the Discovery World as a kid and all that stuff, you've seen that kind of, behavior in indigenous cultures. In terms of wildlife management, ethical hunting plays a critical role in conservation, helping to maintain healthy animal populations and prevent overpopulation related to disease and starvation. I mean, like herd control, herd management, QDMA, quality deer management, healthy deer management. These are all things that we hear and talk about in the hunting ecosystem, in the podcast airwaves, from Wisconsin to Florida to Pennsylvania to Michigan. These are all things we're very familiar with hearing about. It's just interesting to think about that deep connection that we have. And studies do show that time spent in nature, especially during a hunt, reduces stress and improves mental well-being, proving that hunting is much more for the soul um, than we would have imagined. It is an incredible stress reliever. This is a very stressful time of year because I'm not hunting. Like, I don't have my go-to, method to, like, decompress. Sure, I can go for a walk, or I can go on a hike, I can spend time outside, and I am doing those things and should be doing those things, but nothing is like hunting. Nothing is like being that still and, letting nature come alive around you. And with the, like, thought of it taking, a whitetail especially, like, it's just your senses are heightened in a way that doesn't normally happen unless you're unless you have your bow in your hand kinda thing. So the tip today is spend time outdoors without an agenda. I know it's not necessarily hunting season, though turkey season is around the corner. Walk the land, breathe the air, and let the wilderness remind you who you are and where you are and how you fit inside of all of this stuff, this crazy life. So the takeaway, the call of the wild is within us all. That's our daily deer today. Have a great day.